Is it just me or I didn't notice this TV right here? Well, it's been an absolute shit show over here. I have to drain out basically 7 gallons of gas. Luckily I learned today that gas just kind of dries up, leaves a slight odor, and that's about it. Anyways, I think I fixed the fuel tank leak. You can see it's kind of wet around here. I don't think it was leaking from the O-ring. I believe it was leaking from the previous hose that was right here. It just wasn't really tight. I asked some people on Facebook, on the Z page, one of the tech pages, and they said that this is a low pressure line. It's not necessarily part of the high pressure system yet. I really don't know. I would have to do some more research, but you can see it's kind of been more leaking around here, and I think it pulled up over here, but I don't think it was actually coming from the O-ring. You can see this is the drippage point. There's nothing really indicating that it was from here. This is just metal. I'm gonna have to get this thing back in, hopefully before dark. Damn it, man. Okay, just got the gas tank back in. It's been pretty much the entire day I was learning. Well, I don't smell any fuel anyways, so that's a win. So real quick, if you spill any fuel, put a fan on the floor, it dries up, and kind of have to use a few, I guess, 2x4s or 1x4s. It really helps out, especially on this tank. The 2+2 tank is really easy, but the 2+0 that was pretty difficult to get back in. Doing the polyurethane bushings, really easy, just with the windshield. What's this tool called? It's called the windshield. Some shit for removing the windshield polyurethane, and the bundles come with that little cutting wire. Yeah, drill a hole through it and the top. Whenever you're getting started, go around it. On this one, I went around it maybe like 3/4 of the way, and I started beating with the hammer. I realized that you're supposed to beat it at the top. Talking about basically the bushing part of it. I'm doing about one of them now. Still burning it out. Whenever it gets to this point, sawzall it out and crack it so it kind of turns into its own spring and pull it out. So I've been doing with these also. My new poly. Wish I had them in black. Red, but I got black. My swap is basically done. Shit. Well, the 300 manual swap, as many other people have done, and I am now doing, is done. I'm recovering from getting the subframe in last night, which was total pain. I'm now going to work my way buttoning things up from the front of the car going to the back of the car. I need to get my drive shaft in. I need to do a starter, plug in my wires. At the front of the car, I need a wire soldered together the wires for the reverse lights, rear brakes, and I need to get one of those strut compressors. I've never used it before. In other news, I didn't know I didn't have reverse lights. Dang, she's all done. I really just need to bolt up the bottom and top part of shifter. One thing I went for is that I didn't want to buy the new support bracket. So I actually had this thing lying around. It's basically has a couple of bends in it, but I think it, once I bolt this down, should suit my purposes fine, and then might just have to cut off the tab right here, which is pretty dope.